What's going on, Lego Maniacs? It's Ty, the Lego guy here, and welcome to another episode of To Invest or Not to Invest. Today we're actually going to be taking a look at the sets that I personally invest in and why. A lot of these I've actually had a lot of success selling, so hopefully this gives you guys some pointers, and this is also going to help out the collector because some of these sets, they tend to appreciate a lot once they retired, so hopefully you pick these ones up sooner rather than later. But enough talk. Let's get right into it. So here we have the 15 sets that we're going to be taking a look at in this video. And there is other sets that I do invest in, but I think these are some of the top ones that you guys could maybe get your hands on. Some of these are even still available. So the first one that we're going to take a look at is the Mandalorian Battle Pack. Now, why I love to invest in battle packs is because they're army builders. Lego Star Wars fans, including myself, love to build their armies, and these generally appreciate a ton. I've never had a battle pack that I've lost money at. Just to give you guys a little bit of an idea, this was the last one that I really started selling, and I doubled my money on each of these easily. Another thing that's really nice about battle packs is you can often get them 20% off. So if you manage to get it 20% off as well, and you're making twice as much as retail as what it was going for when it was on shelves generally, then you're making over double your money. So generally with battle packs, you can tend to do very, very well. I'd highly recommend you guys invest in them. The next theme that I actually like to buy into is the Speed Champion sets. Now specifically, I'm talking the 15 to 20 USD sets. These ones, I've actually just already sold a number of these, and yeah, doubling my money, or at least actually tripling my money, because I actually bought these for about 12 Canadian or 9 US roughly, and I sold, I think, a couple of them for 40 Canadian or about 32 US. So you're tripling your money with that. I actually own one of these as well. By the way, most of these sets, I own one of them for my personal collection. I am a collector as well, and I really, really like this vehicle. Same goes for the Chevrolet Camaro. These are just awesome little sets, and they tend to appreciate a lot. I mean, if you guys follow this theme, you'll know that these have just recently retired, so you don't even have to wait all that long for you to make a profit. Highly recommend you guys invest in the Speed Champion line. Another theme that does quite well is Brickheads. This is actually the Mandalorian Brickheads, and this has been on shelves for a while. That's my only reason why I'm a little skeptical about it, because generally Brickheads are on shelves for about 6 months. This is going on a year and a half, I believe, if my math is right. Still though, you will make money once the set does retire, and this isn't the only Brickheads. Invest in other ones. Doesn't have to be Lego Star Wars as well. I've seen just random type of Brickheads go for 10 times what they were selling when they were on shelves. So definitely a solid theme all around. And the nice thing about these sets as well is they're not too big, so it doesn't take too much to store. Now this one may surprise you because this is not a set you could typically buy. It is a promo, so if you spend say 100 US, they give you this set for free. I have sold a number of these Charles Dickens sets, so what I'm saying basically is don't overlook promos. You can actually do quite well on them. Generally, I'm able to sell these sets in the 30 to 40 USD price point. So that's one way you can go about your Lego investing is, capitalizing on the promos. If there's a good one, definitely don't overlook that. And the next set that we'll take a look at is the 501st Legion Clone Troopers, better known as the 501st Battle Pack. We don't have to talk about this too much. This is the same as the other battle packs that we took a look at. It is more expensive though. It does retail for 30 USD, so a little bit more money, but I feel that this will appreciate for sure once it retires. People love the 501st Legion, including myself, and I feel that this is a pretty safe investment. I do prefer the smaller ones though, just because I think it's easier to make gains on them, but still, this is going to do well. I just wouldn't expect you to triple or quadruple your money on these, but definitely double them maybe a year after they retire. And now we've come to the architecture line. This is just as lucrative, I'd say, as the Speed Champions. I actually just recently sold a Dubai set for 130 Canadian, which is about 100 USD. That's going for well over what this retailed for, and I bought this on sale. So definitely keep your eye out on these. This has only been retired for a couple months too. And the same goes for any of them. You can go with London as well. You'll make some solid money on that. I do believe that the Dubai is a little bit more expensive than London. Both these have retired though regardless, but yeah, definitely invest in these ones. The only downside about architecture is they're tending to only make one set a year, or one or two, whereas before they made a lot more. It's still around. Some people thought it had retired. Basically what I'm saying is you have less sets to choose from or less sets to invest in, but any architecture set that generally comes out, I would definitely say is a safe buy. Now we've come to some of the more medium-sized sets. So right here we have the Darth Vader's castle. This one I've actually sold multiples of already, and it's just retired. It's one of those sets that's been out for a long time. It came out in 2019, but it's actually a really cool one, and it's very unlikely LEGO makes this anytime soon, or remakes this, I should say. It's just an awesome overall looking model, and yeah, I definitely would say invest in this one. Again, unlikely to be remade, at least anytime soon, and it's sort of iconic. This thing just looks great on a shelf. And now we've come to the Razor Crest. This is actually still available, so if you want to pick this one up, I would say definitely go and do it. I haven't sold any of these yet, just because I'm waiting for it to retire. However, once it does, much the same, or actually even more so I'd say than Darth Vader's castle, this is more unlikely to be remade, just because the Mandalorian did get a new ship, if you follow the TV show. And because of that, and being the fact that this has only been in 2 seasons, very unlikely to ever be remade. It's sort of like the Ghost from Rebels, and I think that this is going to appreciate a ton. It's a really cool looking ship, and again, just very unlikely to be remade. Because of those reasons, I feel that this is definitely a safe choice. And now we've come to some of the small scale UCS Star Wars sets. I've actually had experience selling the Snowspeeder along with the UCS Slave 1, UCS TIE Fighter. You double your money like very easily on these. I'd say the next big one would be the A-Wing, however that has just retired. We're kind of waiting for the new one to come out in May 4th. It should be another 200 USD set. I would definitely say buy that one, but just wait maybe a year, because these tend to be on shelves for about 2 to 3 years, roughly. But yeah, these are just, they're super safe. The only thing is they do take a relative amount of space, but the nice thing about them is they're not huge. I mean, that isn't that thick, and you can actually very easily store these, or more easily I should say, than other UCS sets. These just tend to appreciate a lot, especially the UCS sets at this scale. And now we've come to the LEGO Creator Modular line, and I have to say this may be the best theme to invest in. LEGO Star Wars is good as well. Speed Champions, Architecture, they're all good, but this set in particular, the Downtown Diner, I literally bought 3 of them. This one's mine, along with the Snowspeeder. Those are my own personal copies. But I bought 3 of these, and I sold 2 of them for roughly about double what I paid for them. So yeah, they're just a great overall theme to kind of get into. They also look really, really good if you're a collector. And again, I bought these just before they retired, and literally I sold them a couple months later. So I mean, to double your investment that quickly is ridiculous. What other theme or what other commodity can you kind of do that with? Overall, I feel that the modular line is very, very safe to invest in. I would say maybe look at the police station or the bookshop right now for sets that are available, as those probably will be the sets that will retire soonest out of that line. And the next set that we'll be taking a look at is one of my all-time favorites ever made. It's the LEGO Ideas Pirates of Barracuda Bay. Pirates do exceptionally well on the aftermarket, and I feel that this is already actually appreciating. If you look at it on eBay or Bricklink, it's already going for 25% more than it retailed, if not more. This is just one of those jewel sets that I feel is going to do, or it's already doing very well on the aftermarket. Now you may be saying, Ty, this is already retired. How does this help me? Well, keep your eyes out on the Medieval Blacksmith, because I feel that that's the next one that's going to be quite similar to this one. Also a beautiful looking set. Castle's also very, very popular. Keep your eyes out on the LEGO Ideas theme, because a lot of those sets actually do exceptionally well in the aftermarket. And yeah, again, like I said, I think that you should definitely take a look at the Medieval Blacksmith. And last but certainly not least, we have the LEGO Star Wars UCS Millennium Falcon. This is one of the most gorgeous LEGO Star Wars sets ever made. And if you look at the last one that came out back in 2007, I want to say, that set's going for quadruple what it was going for when it was on shelves. I feel that this one's going to do exceptionally well as well. I'm not sure that well, but definitely double your money after a year. It's been retired. I think that that is reasonable, especially when you take into consideration, you know, some of the other UCS sets. The only negative though is this thing is huge, and you're going to have somewhere to store it. So it's kind of a negative, but also part of the reason why this set is so great. It's unlikely to be remade anytime soon, at least at this scale. Definitely a safe overall choice. It's just going to be a pain to store it. I have a couple of these for resale and one of them for myself. This one's actually my personal copy, and yeah, they take a lot of space. But that pretty well does this episode of To Invest or Not to Invest. Again, guys, let me know in the comments if you agree or you disagree with some of these sets. Maybe if there's a set that I'm not including, or maybe one that we should maybe take a look at investing, let us know, because we're always interested to find the next big thing or the next best set to kind of invest in. But yeah, that pretty well does the video. But if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future To Invest or Not to Invest episodes. We do one of these basically every month, and yeah, hopefully they're helping you guys out. But that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.